Welcome back to our table. Today we have an unbelievably exciting thing going on
I'm
here.
excited for it.
This is the first ever unboxing of Horrified American Monsters.
Yeah, this is kind of a sequel game to Horrified, which we both loved. You really loved.
I did. It was my game of the year it came out. So I had no idea this was coming.
I didn't either. They
Ravensburger
shocked me.
Reached out, and we were lucky enough to be the ones to unbox this for you. So I'm going to lift the lid, and we're going to dive right into it.
So,
of course, starts with some rules. Ryan, you're the rule
yeah,
reader.
so this is Horrified American Monsters, obviously versus the last game, which was like Universal movie monsters. This is what you would think of like American mythology, cryptids basically.
Cryptids like Bigfoot. Well, we'll get to that in a minute.
Bigfoot is definitely right here on the cover.
But there's a lot of really, and those monsters are like very interesting to me for some reason. We've got the board here, and of course, in classic fashion, it's dual-sided, and the other side here has...
What is that?
It's a memo from the FBI asking citizens of Cross Creek, that's us.
Oh, the FBPI.
Oh, the FBPI.
Federal Bureau of Paranormal Investigation.
My bad, of course. Of course the FBI wouldn't reach out, but they're reaching out to the citizens of Cross Creek to help them track down these monsters. So I'm going to move this to the side for a moment here so we can unfold this board. You know, let's take a look at this back of the board first.
Oh, that's super thematic.
This is really cool. Let me see if I can position this just so. Like, it's got this cool map of America. I mean, this is...
all the different monsters.
I love this production value of when they put something like this on the back of the board. In fact, this almost looks like it could be the board or a board for a board
like a board
game.
for a game for sure. I like Indiana's mostly covered, unfortunately.
Indiana is mostly covered by the Mothman, it looks like.
That's right.
So let's take a look at this side.
Oh, man.
So this now looks somewhat familiar. And the game, from what I understand, is quite similar to the original Horrified, just been updated with all these new monsters. Very similar mechanics, but the monsters themselves are going to behave quite differently, just like you were used to from the original.
The first thing I noticed is that the original Horrified was much more of a horror theme, and you'd have like a very horror themed board. This feels very Americana.
Oh, for sure.
Main Street, the corner diner.
Yeah, this is
the
small
stadium,
town USA for sure.
Yeah,
and it's got all these really locations. Neat. You know, it's got the track across the top here. So again, we're gonna keep moving because there's lots of things to look at here.
Okay, bring that box back. Let's see what we got.
We've got one punch board of characters. These are investigators. As you can see here, we've got the mountain man.
Oh, that sounds about right.
The journalist, the psychic, the cryptozoologist. That is a mouthful. The jock, not as much of a mouthful. The scout and...
What is this? The agent? Is this maybe like a...
Is that the FBPI guy? It might be.
I think it is the FBPI guy. And I know... Oh, look at the back of his. Are they all like this? Or they look like little... Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, little notebooks. It's very thematic, very cool. I have to agree. I think I like this
the items better. Here. So we've got items looks like just like in the original.
So these look like all the tokens that you're going to be collecting.
Goats
but then
and
also,
pigs. Interesting.
These monster tokens. Look at this. We've got some... Are those goat? Those can't be. Those look like demon heads for sure.
They do look like...
Oh wait, there's goat heads on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh my goodness. Look, a blurry photo of Bigfoot.
Okay, here we go. So we've got more tokens here. These are, of course, the citizens and the player figures, standees that you're going to move around. I'm guessing these are the location overlays for when you have particular monsters out.
So Bigfoot, Chupacabra, the Ozark Howler, Jersey Devil.
Yeah, and I think there's more than that. So maybe
Mothman, I think,
there's one that doesn't have an overlay. And then you've got, like Ryan said, this blurry photo of Bigfoot and some footprints.
Yeah, footprints.
That must be the eye of the Mothman.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing. All right, now we're into it.
Here's what I like.
Take a look at those. I'm going to open up these cards here.
Oh.
And again, like I said, I think the cards, so you've got some reference cards here. We've got some perk cards. Oh, and the artwork is really nice.
This one looks like a ghost, like a wailing spirit.
Oh, I think that, let's look in the rule book. I want to say that is...
There's 6 total monsters. Okay, so we missed one.
We need to get...
Banshee of the Badlands.
Banshee of the Badlands. You know what?
And Mothman is one. Oh, we got the boards right here.
I'm going to skip right ahead to the monster mats as Ryan pulls those figures out.
Oh, there's Mothman for sure. Look at that. Look at that Mothman.
So the perk cards are here. These look like similar types of things, but again, look at this artwork. And I'll probably put some photos of these up so you can get a closer look. But I really love the look and feel of this game. I mean, I loved the first one, but I think I'm digging this one even more.
Especially the minis. Look at this Chupacabra. You ever think you needed a Chupacabra mini before?
You'd think that I'd had a Chupacabra mini at some point.
You might have.
Oh, is this the Jersey Devil?
No, that's the Howler. The Ozark Howler.
Ozark Howler.
So yeah, we've got, Bigfoot has his own thing. It looks like, just like in the basic Horror Fight, or the first Horror Fight, I should say, each of these monsters interacts with the board in a very different way and has a very different, unique defeat condition. It looks like for Bigfoot, you're just trying to capture a photo of him.
Yeah, so I do know a little bit.
Funny.
We are going to share a little bit about how Bigfoot works. We're not going to go into all the rest of them because we are just cool. Unboxing this.
Looks like the violins to play some music. There's some cool stuff here.
Yeah, the Bigfoot mechanism is you are going to be moving around the board, and the interesting thing about Bigfoot is he's not trying to attack you. He's trying to run away and stay hidden.
He never bothered anyone.
As Bigfoot does. Right, we're the ones bothering Bigfoot.
Right.
But as he moves around the board, he's going to leave those footprint tokens. And then you need to pick up those footprint tokens. And when you do, you hand them in and you can uncover one of the tiles of that photo because it's going to be sort of face down and scrambled up. And then eventually when you have it all uncovered, you can use an action at the high school, I think, to sort of slide those around.
To go to the high school and get the film.
Yeah, because they have the best photo lab.
Right.
But yeah, you're going to uncover that photo, and once you do, then you can attack them. But a lot of them work very differently.
Dyson, you need those? Dyson standees. And then this is the bag for the items, right? This is...
Yeah, that's the bag for the item.
It's a little, obviously different looking than the original.
It is.
It's Velcro.
It almost is evolved with the era from which this theme is from.
Right?
Yeah, these, really cool. Just to recap on the monsters, because that is the big thing here that you want to know about. Like Ryan said, we got Bigfoot, Chupacabra, Ozark Howler. Are you familiar with most of these?
I'm familiar with most of these. The Ozark Howler, I only even heard of. I don't know much about the mythology.
Mothman.
Mothman, of course. If you haven't seen Mothman Prophecies, David.
Yeah, Mothman is...
What a movie.
Hails from West Virginia, right?
Yes, well, yeah, West Virginia.
The Jersey Devil, I'm guessing.
From Jersey?
From Jersey. The Jersey Devil, that
Jersey Devil
artwork is awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
That is really cool. And then, of course, the Banshee of the Badlands. That looks like maybe the scariest one to me.
That's like the most like ghostly and like villainous looking of all of them for sure.
Yeah, and again, just take a look at the artwork on these cards. They've always done great art on the original and all of their games, but man, I really dig the way this looks.
I think people are going to love it. I mean, we've kept the accessibility from Horrified.
Yeah.
And, the movie Monsters theme was great for us, but there's probably some people that are going to latch onto this cryptid theme much better.
Well, I can tell you one person who's going to latch onto it, and that's me. I really like these monsters.
Well, how often do you get to hunt Bigfoot, and the Ozark Howler and Mothman in the same game?
Yeah,
the Chupacabra just freaks me out.
Really, really awesome stuff. So thanks for joining us. We definitely wanted to show you as much as we could. I think we covered everything. We're probably going to play the heck out of this game now.
We will.
So we're going to box it back up before we do. But until the next time you see us, make sure everyone has fun at the table, and we'll see you then.